Joining us today, we got Tim Watson, our local attorney, full of advice and laughs. Today, we got Darren Gibbs as well, Tim's partner at their law firm, MGW Law Partners.
And okay, so I understand that today we're talking about what people can do to organize their assets and prepare for the future, right?
Yeah, that's right. So Darren and I both represent people who have been injured, whether that's medical malpractice or a car crash or slip and fall. But we also have niche areas that we practice in. And Darren and my father have a lot of experience doing wills and trusts or some more extensive estate planning, stuff like that. So that's more Darren's field.
Okay, can you explain that? Wills, trust, and something more extensive. What does that mean to a kindergartner like us?
Yes.
I gotcha. Yeah, sure. I'm happy to explain. So what is estate planning? It's a big question. In general, estate planning is the process of passing along your assets, the things that you've accumulated over the course of your life, your house, your cars, your collections. Maybe you've got a farm and livestock. How do we pass that along to where you want it to go after you die?
Right.
Maybe that's your children. Maybe it's not your children. Maybe it's your spouse or family or a charity. And so an estate plan is the way to plan for that and then also help plan to have somebody help you if you can't help yourself in life.
Are there different types of trusts?
There are a lot of types of trusts. So trust is part of an estate plan. A will is a part of an estate plan. I think most people have heard of a will. You know, you see it on TV or in the movies. You gather around the dark lawyer's desk and somebody reads the will. Doesn't exactly happen like that. A will is sort of
Sometimes.
Sometimes. His dark desk. but a will is like a letter to a judge. Dear judge, this is what I want to have happen with my stuff. But you might not want to go to a judge because a judge is in a court. And in this process, it's called probate. And probate is it's timely, it's expensive, it's stressful, it's public. If you have to go through probate, if you only have a will, you've got to inventory everything you own and tell the world what you have. So you might want to avoid that. And you can do that with a trust, like you mentioned.
Okay.
And there are various types of trusts that are out there.
Yeah.
So I can imagine that the whole process would be extremely overwhelming to people. What advice would you give to clients who are interested in creating a trust like that?
It all starts with communication. So if somebody calls our office and says, I'm interested in a will, or, I need to think about what to do with my farm after I go or to help my kids. It starts with a conversation, and I sit down with them and we talk about your family. We talk about what your goals are. We talk about your assets and what you own, and then we come up with that plan to help you avoid probate, to help you make sure your family gets what they want, and to help you to avoid chaos and confusion, because that's the last thing anybody wants. After they go. They want their family to feel safe and secure and to remember you, not to be in the court system for a couple years.
Yeah, certainly. Tim, I got to ask you a question. So do you practice this same type of thing? Or
I don't
do
do this.
different? Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't do this.
We're glad.
When I was with Watson & Watson, my father, who's been practicing for a very long time, did all of this, and now this is like a lot of what he does, and actually works with us a lot. But Darren is very good at this, and so I stay away from it.
Yeah.
This is his field, and
that's
so
great.
nope, I don't touch it.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
Now, if folks want to learn more,
Yes.
reach out, ask some questions, what's the best place for them to go?
Please call us, MGW Law Partners. Please call us at our phone or email us, and we'd be happy to set up an appointment, and we'll talk about that kind of information that we'll need from you first, and then we'll sit down and just have a conversation.
Sure. Thanks, gentlemen. Thanks for
Thank
joining
you,
us
guys.
today. Yes,
Absolutely.
always
Great
great
to
to
be
hear
here.
from the pros. Yeah, happy
Thanks.
Friday.